This is International Master Pawnda with Will, and Pawnda has taken my title. They've given it to Pawnda instead. Anyway, better him than me. Welcome, guys. We have Pawnda Arena 17, believe it or not. Our 17th Pawnda Rapid Arena, which we play every other week. I am starting just a couple minutes late, lost track of time. I normally start at 6:30, but was so entranced in what I was doing. We've got Alms, Asmir, Acerbate. Only A's are allowed to play this week. Next week we'll get to B, and then we'll go to C on the following week. I think the second week of December we'll get to the C's. But anyway, the Ruin's here. We need a moderator desperately. Aldisto, lurking, 10-year-old. Guys, don't forget, if you want to join the tournament, you've got to join the Pawnda and Horses Club. In order to do that, I have to okay your membership in said club. Somebody can... Asterby, can you shout out... Is it Tuesday? Shout out the Tuesday commands so we can post that club link. You got to join the Pawnda and Horses Club. 10-year-old is in. I guess numbers work as well. That's 10-year-old. Guys, please subscribe and support the stream. We need all the financial and moral support we can get to keep the stream going, to make it worthwhile for everybody. Please subscribe and donate via PayPal or here with bits or for the streaming donations to make it easier to maintain this. Anonymous just subscribed to Tier 1. Thank you for that. 7 months. Anonymous, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I sent a message out to the subscribers. Just letting them know, because lately attendance has been a little bit low. I know there's no perfect stream time, because half of our viewers are in Europe and half of them are in the United States. It's kind of hard to find a compromise. I'm trying to alternate the stream times between 6:30 in the evening and 10:30 or 10 in the morning. What's up, guys? Join the tournament. Sparkle Horse, Alms, PSG Soccer Rook, 10-year-old, Asmir, Acerbate. No problem at all. No problem at all. Cheesy Noob, no, he's on punishment. Aldisto, and Anonymous. The real Anonymous just subscribed. We've got a fake Anonymous. Fake Anonymous out there. Lurking. Anonymous donation. Anonymous, you've made a lot of donations to the stream over the years. Appreciate that. Maybe that was a different Anonymous. So guys, let's get it started here in 8 minutes. I lost a rap game today. Kind of a weird game. It was a 2000 player. And I had a fantastic position, but then suddenly a lot of things got traded and it was like a drawn endgame. And I had tiny chances to win with the bishop versus knight. I just kind of underestimated there was any way to conceivably lose the position. And I overlooked this series of checks that lose a piece. The funny part was I resigned, thinking that I was losing a piece. I'd actually hallucinated, and I think this is why I blundered in the first place. Like, I saw this king move that I could make, and then I didn't see it when the guy made his move, and I just resigned, thinking I was going to lose a piece. It was very weird. Just like some sort of visual hallucination, I really thought I was like forced to lose a piece. I couldn't even go up with my king, and I had an up move with my king. And I just couldn't see that I could move my king forward, and I just resigned. Oddly enough, it was like a lost position anyway, according to the engine, but I don't know. I don't like the Smyslov quote. It's kind of random. I don't really understand what doing study compositions would really matter to your style, but you try to play studies in your actual games? Is that what you're saying, Smyslov? It's a little bit much. But in the old days, I guess the Russians, a lot of Soviet players were trained doing a lot of study compositions. Sparkle Horse Oms, PSG, 10-year-old Asmir Baleful, aka Anonymous, and Asturbate. Pass Pawn 9999. Oms just subscribed for 10 months. He's on a 10-month streak. It's only been not 10 months. It seems like longer, Oms. Seems like you've been around for years now. You actually missed like the last 5 or 6 months of my stream for the most part. You love Black Friday. I love how like Brack, I can't even speak properly. I love how Black Friday became like an international thing. It was like a American shopping holiday thing between Thanksgiving and Christmas, wasn't that? Wasn't that the point of it? It's if you don't have Thanksgiving, it doesn't really make a sense. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have the holiday of Thanksgiving, which 99% of countries don't have, how can you have Black Friday? Like there's nothing before Black Friday. That's the point, you know. You have to have Thanksgiving in order to have Black Friday. That's my feeble argument, but whatever. All right. Most people don't even probably know what it is. What is Thanksgiving? Oh. It's an American holiday that doesn't really exist in the rest of the world for any reason. But it just became international now, the whole Black Friday. The point was, like, it's like, you know, that last holiday is done. So you take down the Thanksgiving decorations or whatever, and you switch to Christmas mode. The stores, like, where if you went shopping at the mall or something, there would be all this, like, fall Thanksgiving stuff, and they would take it all down. And then it's like everything switches to like Christmas. That's the point. I think it makes most sense in America. Why do you party on Thanksgiving? It's just a totally American holiday. I mean, based on turkeys and the Pilgrims and all that stuff. They have Thanksgiving in Canada, I guess. That would be about it. Holiday for money. Holiday for collecting money. Amazon made Black Friday international. We're getting started in 3 minutes. Good to see Bob. Thanksgiving decorations, dude, you obviously didn't see like the typical like... You didn't have Thanksgiving decorations when you grew up, Bob? I came from such a middle-class American family. We always had Thanksgiving decorations. Damn, dude, you should have been at my mom's estate sale. We had a whole table of Thanksgiving decorations. It's a small holiday compared to Halloween and Christmas in terms of decorations, but maybe it's more strong in New England because that's where the Pilgrims landed or something. I don't know, Bob. Maybe it's strongest in the Northeast corridor. All right, it's weird. It's weird celebrating Thanksgiving in Hungary, though. Thanks taking. If it's free, it's for me. Arsenal is so excited he can't even type normally. He's winning in 2 different ways. He's beating and winning. I beat one my 3rd game versus a GM last night. Thanks for subscribing, Oms and Anonymous. Guys, please support the stream. Don't forget. In honor of actually Ludwig AC also donated 95. In honor of Arsenal fans win against his 3rd Grandmaster, please support the stream. I saw something today, Chess on Earth. There was some ignorant American guy who made some Twitter post about all Indian food is bad and people freaked out. He had never actually been to India, but he has got opinions about Indian food. Alright, guys. Let's get started. But the guy got, like, just ripped apart on Twitter or whatever. You can't diss Indian food. I mean, I don't even know much about Indian food, but whatever I've had has been good. I like all food, actually, though. I just like food. Like Asterbait, right? We just like food. First rule of the stream is no talking about food. I'm not that hungry. I had dinner about an hour and a half ago, so it's a good thing I'm not starving. Guys, we're starting with 9 players. I'm going to have to play Alms. This coffee has really not had time to kick in yet, so I have a built-in excuse. Alms won the Blitz tournament last week. I was pretty bummed. I came close. Guys, some players, Jeroen's here, by the way. So we have a moderator. Oh my god, no. I clicked on the wrong thing. If you want to join the Pawnda and Horses Club, I have to approve your invite. You have to be a friend of the stream. Not someone completely random. What line do you play versus the Marshal as white? I like to accept the Marshal and play d3 instead of d4. Let's start slow today with an English opening. Ignore and report. A contradiction in terms. Alright, c4 and e6. Normally we end up in some sort of Slav. He plays the Queen's Gambit decline. Alright. This I had the other an hour ago. Tarash. You just started trolling him? Me? Bob, I can see how that might happen. But let me put it this way, Bob. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. What's up, Oliveira Lucas? So here we are again. I always forget what Alms plays. There was some rare line he played here. Bishop g4, I think. No, that's not rare, actually. I need to find an improvement here. Last time he equalized easily. Actually, we followed a GM game. Chess on Earth, have you been on my stream before? Okay. I have to find an improvement here, because last time he just totally traded pieces and traded a bunch of stuff. And it was a draw before I knew it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where my improvement is. Guys, join the Pawnda and Horses Club if you'd like to play in the tournament. Become a Pawnda champion. Now wait. Now I remember. It was like Bishop g6. What? There's a sick move here, man. I remember now. I think. Last week I just played really fast. So this position was on the board against Alms last week, and I forgot. And it was on the board once before, like months and months ago. And I remember looking at it after the game and being like, what the And there was this insane move, and I couldn't remember what it was, but I think I know what it is now. Like, what's the most unexpected move you could possibly come up with here? With white. And bishop takes d5 is a totally logical move, but you give up your white squared bishop to do that. Knight takes d5 is what I played. It leads to practically like a forced draw. King h2 looks like some sort of arbitrary waiting move. But if I remember correctly, like, it has to be based on this. Like, it has to be based on that skewer bishop d6. So I remember when the engine suggested this, I was like, what the fuck? And it has to be e4, right? I mean, this move is the move that I was like, what the are you talking about? How is that possible? So this is some sort of improvement on theory invented by Stockfish, which I forgot about. Now, Alms apparently has already analyzed this. So I haven't gone this far, but I mean, he just apparently knows about it. Now, a few months ago when I saw the position, it was like clear advantage to white or something. So what's he going to do, man? If he takes the knight takes d5 is like strong. No. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out later. Oh, you think it's knight b5? I don't know, man, because rook d8 after knight b5. I think it's just like a crushing passed pawn down his throat, you know? I mean, whose passed pawn is stronger? Actually, yeah, I don't know. This has got to be good. It's just a brutal passed pawn. Okay, he has like an arbitrary defense with knight b4. I just remember the computer being all excited about this. There has to be a win here for white. I mean, d6. Okay, queen takes d4. He wins the exchange with knight c2. Scary thing is, like, he's analyzed this already. He wouldn't have instantly moved after e4 if he hadn't already pre-analyzed this. But I think that my pawn is stronger than his pawn. d6, queen d7, queen b3. Or d6, queen d7, rook c1. I mean, there are a lot of strong-looking moves. One thing is that knight, let's see, the knight goes to d3. Maybe rook c1 directly. The knight d3 is really annoying. Alright, so knight d3. No, don't say stupid stuff, dude. You just messed me up, queen h5. Stop it. Stop it now. Oh man, queen h5. That's a good suggestion. Arbitrary move, bot. I don't know. Is that how you play? No, so you just look for the worst possible move. Work backward. If you eliminate the worst possible blunders first, right, there's like less likelihood of making them. I'm disappointed that he knew about this. I can't believe he continued to play it. Knowing that there was like this refutation of his system. Even if this doesn't work, I fully trust White's position. I will find the right path. I was looking at a funny line now. I'm not going to say it out loud because Alms will use it against me. He'll like listen to the stream and then play the move I suggested. Most people won't do that, but I wasted way too much time here. Last week it was Blitz, and I didn't have time, so I didn't have the time to remember it was supposed to be E4. But immediately during the game, I remembered. 2 bishops should be good. Our pass pawn is at least as strong as his. And we have an extra move of development, it feels like. The only problem is knight d3 in my face. I just want an endgame where I have powerful pass pawn and 2 bishops. He has a pass pawn too, but I feel like the 2 bishops gives White much better chances. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Black is tanking. I have no idea about my last move. Out of prep. We left preparation basically after d4. Nil suggested knight b5. But I don't see what to do after rook d8 there. No, I don't think knight d5 is the idea. That was your last serious suggestion. Knight b5. Well, at least it didn't hang a piece. Let's see if we have anybody like trying to play in the tournament, trying to join the Pawnda and Horses Club. Yes. We have one applicant, Khan Saab, from Pakistan. Khan Saab. Alright, Khan Saab, you can join. If anybody's bad or badly behaved or they cheat, we're going to kick them out. Okay, so I looked at queen b4 here. I don't know what else Black can play. Queen f6. Funny variation. My analysis was queen b4, queen d2. And I concluded that White is better, but I'm not so sure. White can't be worse. Probably queen d2 is stupid. I could play like bishop d2. Queen takes b2. d6. It's totally not convincing. I think my pawn is stronger than his pawn. He reserves the right to play queen b6. My pawn is on the 4th rank. Your pawn is on the 4th rank. I need that. I'm having a bad hallucination here. Too tired to look for a good move. It's a freaky position. Queen b6. My rook is under attack. I had a blitz game where I dropped an entire bishop against a 2100 today, and they lost on time, or almost on time. Like a whole piece. I just hung a whole bishop for nothing. This looks stupid, but At least I have 2 bishops. I have 2 bishops and a better pawn structure. Okay, his knight is really freaking strong. He keeps making good moves. It's irritating when they do that. Damn it. Damn it, dude. His pawn is strongest. I can win on time, maybe. Maybe I can play like f4, f5. Kill your bishop. You don't have a bishop anymore after that. Oh, wow. Endgame land. A5. You should break up my queenside pawns with A5, I think. This is harder for black than for white. Totally unconvincing victory. This is a good move, I think, bishop f5, because he was seriously just gonna like drop a pawn there. Oh, that's what he's trying to do. Play rook c8, see? You have that, but I have another threat. Oh, now you have rook c8. He's seen everything. He's a tactical genius. Rook takes, however. Oh my god, he found this move too. Gotta be freaking kidding me. Why would I play bishop there? I can't believe I played bishop e4. I give up, dude. You're just too strong. His blitz play with no time left is unbelievable. He should be like 2,500. Why King G1? I don't know, man. I had 3 seconds. Wow. What is his, like, bullet rating? Jesus. How are you 2200? I mean, the end of the game was unbelievable. He has like 5 seconds and he played like perfectly. $4 upon loss from Aldisto. Yeah, but I didn't know you were like a bullet expert out. Like your play went from like 2200 to 2500 in bullet. It was like you played better in the last 5 moves than the whole game. That was incredible. The whole game was like 2200, but the period where you had like 5 seconds left to the end, you went to another level. It was like with no seconds. Okay. Most people crumble there. You know, they start playing worse, not better. I kind of figured I would win easily. The series of tactical moves he found too, like bishop f5 to get his bishop out from buried on g6 is incredible. To play the intermediate like rook c8, it's insane. What's up, Blubix? I was just swindled out of half point. Thanks for subscribing. Asterbait playing the Benko. What is going on around here? Asterbait's just like playing new openings out of the blue. Asterbait, when did you ever play the Benko? What's up, guys? So e6 is a line there I think I faced before. No, I suspect you, Alms, of having a suspiciously low. Why is your blitz rating so low, actually? Why are you like lowest in blitz? Your bullet I saw was like 2200, but you're like 2050 in blitz. That's the one rating that's strange. I suspect you of having a low blitz rating. Actually, he won the tournament last week. Alms is like 2200 FIDE and 2050 in blitz. You should be like 2400 in lichess blitz. Now I might have e5. Yeah, it probably doesn't work here. No, I mean, really. Give me a break, man. I mean, the people... What's up with Asterbait today? Alright. Do you drink energy drinks? Because I think I have to start. Do I have queen e2 check? Yeah, I need to calculate a little bit more. Then Asterbait can go for a walk. I'm not going to play that. Am I? Oh, man. Queen e2 check, king d8. Maybe I can play, but I don't feel like doing that. Alms was also very, very silent about calmly reacting to what was a theoretical novelty in the opening there. Queen e7, queen e7, queen e2, queen d8. Astrobate has only used 18 seconds for the whole game. Astrobate is definitely suspicious. No, I'm accusing him of preparing, preparing secretly for that opening variation. I thought that I would have surprised him, but he was secretly preparing. How does Black castle? I hope he never castles. Yeah, I mean, the white square bishop's terrible for white. Astrobate, you should castle queenside. He didn't like my last move. Queen a4. No more knight b6. Now what are you going to do? Coach AH. Today might be Alms. Everybody starts with A. It's ridiculous. Aldisto, Arsenal fan, Richie, Alms, Astrobate. So, this is all against knight b6. This is the worst bishop in the world. It's always terrible there, like in the Benoni. Dude, what? Clearly, Astrobate is using an engine to choose his moves. Was that a mouse slip? Even Astrobate does not blunder like that. This is very strange. What happened, man? You should have just played like King f8. Everything would have been alright. I was actually impressed. It was seriously an implosion. Folk implosion. He avoids the mate. Step into my temple. Alright, I need a break for a minute. I'll just still forget about it. Somebody's got to beat him down. My coffee still has had no effect. Maybe PSG Soccer Rook or someone can upset him. Someone's got to slow Aldisto down. Where's Alms? Alms is playing Baleful. Heavy rating favorite. Alright. Not awake yet. This coffee was... I think I have an immunity to caffeine now or something. Doesn't seem to have any effect. Last night I went to play poker. I was really, really tired. I had to stop early. I'm just not getting proper sleep, I think. I never feel fresh and rested. Aldisto, another quick win. That's 3 in a row. Whew. Arsenal fan is out for bear today. I hope I don't have to play him. Astrobate, that was a cool opening. Where did the Benko come from? You've never played the Benko before. Is that an accusation? Oh, I think I just need to sleep properly. I stayed out, and then today they're repairing my roof. So you don't hear it now, but like all day long, there was just like banging sound. It's horrible. Okay, Aldisto beat me last time. When was that? Recently? I don't even remember what he plays with white. Aspie, you're not answering the question. Where did the Benko come from? Aspie just keeps avoiding the question. When did you first play the Benko? I've never seen you play the Benko. What if I just play Queen D8 here? Stockfish likes to point out that it's better than the check Benoni. So you're following Stockfish's advice now. Why don't you watch his channel? No, I'm just kidding. The Benko is good. E6 is better than E5. And the Benko is probably better than the Benoni. It's not a question of whether it's good or not. I was just asking you. Clearly the Benko is a good opening. The question is, when did you start playing it? The question is, who cares? He doesn't want any stinking pawn. Neither do I. I think seriously I should play. I'm out of my mind not to play e4 there. That was stupid. Whatever. Alright. But seriously. Alright. We're both giving each other too much respect here. I mean, clearly I should have played e4. Probably you should have taken it. Too much refusal to take material. Now what? Yeah, probably I just take and play bishop d6. Approximately equal. He can take and play queen a4 check now. Okay, it's a game. Maybe I'll castle queenside. Now this is a really irritating position because if I take on b4, it looks like I give him a good position. So if I can't take on b4, what the heck am I going to do to castle? That's the real problem. I have to play like queen e7. Knight c3, bishop c6. And just like wait. Don't really have time for bishop c6. Maybe b6. Maybe, what am I doing? Maybe a5. I think you could take the pawn too. I'm not sure that was even sound for me to give you that pawn. Next move, maybe a5. a5. I can't deal with this anymore. Really annoying position. Yeah, no, this dude's coming with d3. I mean, if I don't play a5, I don't know what I'm going to do. But d3 is no problem. I just take it. Che Guevara. pimp you up. Another discovery. So king c5, rook e7, rook f8, and then what? No, he perpetuals me with rook e5 check. I'm gonna lose my mind, dude. 5 minutes for the whole game. Now I'm like lost. I think I just have to lose a pawn. Hey, let's just lose a pawn. But it's probably better than the other options. How many people here would play this move? I'd rather just lose the pawn than suffer. I'm not surprised, Arsenal fan. That's not too arrogant or anything. The wrestler with the Pawnda logo. Oh man, I'm totally out of touch with wrestling. I think you should stop your arrogance there, Arsenal. That's enough. You did that before, right? It's usually what you do. You like win 3 games perfect and then leave. I think the accusations are in order. Bishop g6, a very strange move, I have to say. Mr. Spock would agree. His idea is to defend c4. I don't give a crap. I thought you'd rather have the h pawn, actually. The h pawn. Would you rather have the h pawn? Because it's more outside. A king is partying. Party king. Pizza king. It was fancy, but I like bishop h7 better. Mr. Spock would inherently prefer bishop takes h7, 3-dimensional chess. Bishop g6 is just fancy chess. Because it was such a kind of pretty move, the fact that you could capture it theoretically 2 different ways. Rook d3. Feels like a good move. I should be fine here. It's a funny position. Maybe it's a draw. Oms on Twitch. Obviously, the strength of the wing gambit is in the endgame. The classic wing gambit endgame. Rook c1. Okay, whatever. I don't think it matters. Is knight d5 the problem now? What is the problem? He has more like fancy tactical moves in store, I think. I've had enough of that knight on c3. I don't care what you do. I think he should have played rook e3 and taken his chances in that endgame. He saw rook e3, no doubt, but he passed on it. He opted to not play rook e3 because he didn't want to trade rooks for some reason. I think black is actually better. Maybe not enough better. And maybe I'm wrong. We shall see. Only move. Please, God, no crazy tactics. King position in the endgame is not important, guys. Don't believe the hype. Outside pawns are overrated. Aldisto had his chance at my H-pawn. He might take a second spin around the block at it. It's going to be pretty good question about how fast my A-pawn is here. With the king to support it. He's trying to bail out now. Oh man, are you kidding me? No, he can't afford to give me the A-pawn so easily. I mean, he already did, but... A-pawn is dangerous. Trying to play like Nigel, the famous game. Aldisto is very dangerous tactically. You gotta try to take him out in the endgame. Black cannot be worse. I had a similar endgame with Nefedov. Bishop d5 looks like a tragic blunder. That's got to be like the worst move he can play. I don't know that there was a defense, but king f1, king e1, just try. a3, c5. Should be winning. Yeah. We don't have to play that game. Is this too greedy? King Kong. The Empire State Building. No Arsenal fan. Active king never cries. Check. Okay, I think we need to go on to the next game. Meanwhile, Arsenal fan has perfect score. He's now going to be the commentator. Let's check out his games. He beat a 2100, a 2000, and a 1909 with a 2500 perm. What's your so suspicious Arsenal? All right. We'll have to call in the investigative Bob team. I don't want notifications. Where's my team requests? Mirror particle. Those ratings. I don't know. Do we have any... Who's Mirror Particle? Stake your proposition to join the team. Oneric Field? That's you? Your Mirror Particle? Heel Turn, just subscribe with Twitch Prime. And your name is Marco Jimenez. Alright, Marco Jimenez. You're in. You have a name. Dude, this is just annoying. Accept. Oh, did I just confuse people? Like Mirror Particle isn't Marco Ramirez, sorry. Jimenez, my bad. I'm confused. Your Mirror Particle. Okay, then we're not confused. That's good. Welcome to the team. We got a subscription from Heel Turn. That's awesome. That was a fun game. It was nice to win a game. This is a funny position. This is the shortest game I ever lost. D6, E3, Queen takes G5, resigns. In a tournament game in 1992. I literally played D6 with white. I played E3, dropped a knight, and resigned. It was a chess club championship. I was a master, 2300. Just dropped a piece. There are a lot of variations with this knight on G5, and usually there's like a knight on F6 or something. Like I just hallucinated. Aldous, though, yeah, he's definitely around the same strength as Alms. 2200. I would give him an approximate 2200 FIDE rating, provisionally. He's probably between 2150 and 2200 FIDE, Arsenal fan. Somehow it's a feeling that IMism is into wrestling. I don't know why. Saeed. Do you want an approximate FIDE rating? You can buy one from FIDE. What just happened? I refreshed the wrong page, is what happened. Alright, Uber driver sent me something. Now the whole world knows. Secret analysis with Uber driver. I don't understand like why like wrestling is like real when you're in like high school and college, but then it just becomes like a fake show. Is there like real professional wrestling too? Or it just ceases to exist after like college level wrestling? Something that I always wondered about. There's just like the theater made up wrestling, or is there actual there is actual professional wrestling? Obviously, like, okay, yeah, the Olympics, but the Olympics are like once every 4 years or whatever. MMA is not wrestling. I mean, it's something else. You know, I'm just specifically talking about the sport of wrestling. Alright, we're out of here. I feel sorry for people who are like collegiate wrestlers or whatever and then just have to stop, you know, or become theater actors. You think a lot of things, Arsenal. Just keep promoting them in the chat. Fake news, professional. Just keep stream of consciousness going. We'll be good. All right. What's this opening called? Japanese professional wrestling. Can't say I've ever watched Japanese professional wrestling. Oh, you mean like sumo? Are you talking about sumo? Or another form of Japanese professional wrestling? I mean, obviously, like, sumo is, I assume, real. I have 1-1 against this guy? Who is this guy? Saeed. Wow, this is a weird position. I've never seen anything quite like this. And that's extremely aggressive, dude. He just doesn't care about his overextended pawn on e4. He's the guy who likes 960. I thought that was a different guy. I think like white would just be better. Maybe it's not so easy. This chat is just too manly. Alright. 92. I didn't know we had so many wrestling fans. You freaking acerbate out. We got another request to join the team. Heel turn. Who is heel turn? I mean, we realize you're in the chat, but... Alright, I guess at this point we're just going to let the gates open. Natural move. And now... Alright, man. Enough is enough. Black is okay. Or at least I avoided double pawns. I never had anyone play this in my life. Anything close to the way he's played this. Interesting. Just kind of goes with the flow. Clearly Saeed has a big thing for space. Most players are terrible. Atrocious, I would say, at playing with the space advantages. But he's got something systematic going on. I have knight b5 in some lines. Could I have played knight b5? That wouldn't really do any good. It's like a Nils suggestion. I have to say I'm not comfortable with my position. I normally love playing this variation. But when you have more space, you don't want to trade pieces. Very simple arsenal. His space advantage here, wow, he just goes with h5. I think he could have played g4 there. Might have been better. This is also okay. He's just going to play, like, I guess, h4. It's kind of frightening me. What's his deal? He's 1900 in bullet. That's our classic viewer. 2000 in blitz, 2100 rapid. He's 1-1 against me. Yeah, I mean, few players at this level go with the flow the way he has. He didn't mind trading queens. Most people are very dogmatic about that. I was thinking about f3. That's sort of stupid. h4. Hey, could h4 be a good move? sure. Extremely controversial move. Probably bad. Here again, he's like releasing the tension, I think, too early. He didn't have to make that exchange. Yeah, I mean, I agree with AH that, well, I mean, his whole style is extremely optimistic, but it was working to a point. If it works, it works. But now he's got a bunch of pawns stuck on the wrong color. His space advantage doesn't seem to be very meaningful. Knight d5 f4 in itself won't do anything. Well, maybe it does. Knight f4 check king g7, then what? You know, if I play rook f2, he'll play like g3. I don't know if he can. You know what? I'd rather not trade. He allowed d5 now. Just a blatant piece fork. Seems to be like malfunctioning or something. It reminds me of Westworld. Alright. When the bots start to malfunction. Why would he play king f6? Alright, that was weird. I thought black had a good position. If he had just played h4, instead of letting me play h4, black is like probably better. That was weird. Alright, we've got 18 players. Anybody else for the team? Take it for the team. Join the team. Muhammad. Uh-oh. Muhammad is strong. 2,300 blitz. Jeez. He's going to tear me up. We'll see. Whoops, I just closed my window. We'll be back. We played Muhammad once. 2,300 and bullet is impressive. Bone. F3 played instantly. That's interesting. Why F3, not knight C3? I could play queen B6 here. How does he defend against queen B6? Knight C3, knight takes E4. I literally don't see a move. I don't see a lot of things. Gary played it, so it ain't so bad. Man, I forgot to turn on my opening explorer. F3, like I would I would have no clue who's played that. Could it transpose to a different? Not really. One of my peers, I played this opening for a draw against strong players. The accelerated dragon is basically an attempt to draw. The Marazzi black plays for a draw fairly successfully, I think. Knight d2 is fine for white. It just doesn't drop a pawn on b2. Arsenal fan? I'm not really fully understanding. I'm confused about what I should take first. This looks good. Bishop takes b2 is kind of funny. Bishop d4, knight d4. I lose a piece? I lose a piece on bishop b2? That's really funny. This is good for black, no? I just take here. I don't know. Looks good. Not good for white. So much for that Marazzi. Not the best Marazzi we've seen. White did not find the secret move, whatever that is. I imagine there might be a good move after queen b6, but it wasn't obvious what it was. I never thought of that till today. The reason I thought of this is because actually one of my teammates had a Marazzi trap on Sunday. Not a Marazzi, but a dragon trap. And I just thought, well, what if queen b6? I don't know. You know, sometimes you see funny positions too where even a whole bunch of strong players might not play an obvious move like queen b6. It just didn't enter like the first player's mind. I missed bishop c3. Kind of a strong move there. What's a dragon trap? Well, I mean, the thing is you can do queen b6 in like one of the main Marazzi lines as a kind of speculative variation. Somehow it makes sense. The dragon is that opening variation for black where you fianchetto on the king side in the Sicilian, and there are many positions where queen b6 might be a good move. I just never encounter f3, you know. Basically nobody uses that move order. You're always going to play knight c3 no matter what. I think the question is, what's the benefit of f3? You know, why would anybody play f3 instead of knight c3? Because knight c3 is clearly going to have to be played. It's the only good square for the knight. It would always go to c3 in every single variation. Whereas the f-pawn may or may not go to f3, you know, so that's why not many people would employ that move order for white. I don't see the benefit, and there is a possible downside. Alda still again. Why can't I play Acerbate again? Arsenal, why aren't you playing? You're not going to protect your perfect score? WJ Loof. I think when you get to 4-0, that's when the Bob investigative team kicks in. Starts analyzing games. Bob's been gearing up for the 2020 presidential election. Bob, is that what you're doing? You got a troll job? He's been very busy. He hasn't been able to be on the stream. T Dark. All right, I'm not in the mood for a theoretical discussion here. I don't remember what Alisto plays, and I don't really feel like giving a tactically minded player a semi-Slav. We'll just play a nice, quiet Queen's Gambit exchange variation. Try to beat him in the endgame. He didn't play the best possible move order. It's okay what he did. He's just transposing. Never say you're sorry for flagging your opponent. Flogging. I meant. Dude, what's up with 94? Oh man, I don't know what that is. That's weird. Early 94. Some kind of unusual side dish. Looks similar to a Botvinnik game I remember. Not the same. A couple different ways we can play here. Even 92. Don't really like that. This is funny. 95. He'll play 97. H4, F4. No, F4 loses a pawn. H4, 97, 92. Queen B4 check. I guess I ought to play something sound here. I could castle queenside. I guess castle's kingside is probably the soundest option of all. But what do I do after 97? So that's where we really have a problem. Then I can't play 95 and I have nowhere to go. 95, 97, F3. Queen H4 check, G3. The problem is knight takes G3, Queen F2, F4. And he has knight F5. Knight F5 tricks. I don't know, guys, what to do here. We'll just play something weird. I really don't know what to do. Heel turn made a donation. It says cheer 1, but it's actually cheer 10. Right? Cheer 10. No, it is cheer 1. Why does it say that next to his name, cheer 1? Guys, thank you for supporting the stream. Pawnda and I appreciate it. Good turnout. Any other players want to join? Man, that's stupid that it shows my game. The previous game is still another board there. We have another request from Pi3. Your Habs, alright. If I know who you are and you've been on the stream before, you're welcome to join the team. Well, it's funny, like yesterday, or was it yesterday? My stream kept blinking. It just kept showing I was disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, connecting, even though my internet was fine. You have DDoS attacks? What? Anyway, this is my deep plan here. B5 is an outrageous positional apocalypse. I think he thought I was going to castle queenside. You see, this is what happens when you have a misconception about the opponent's plans. Little did he know that I had no intention of ever castling queenside. My intention was to keep my king here, maybe on F1 or G1. He just assumed I was going to castle queenside. Knight A6 is a move. No, if I was going to castle queenside, I would have just castled queenside, like probably a move 11. Move 11. Where are you? Knight c5, f3. The thing is, like, I'm not sure I'm even threatening anything if I play f3. We have other things to do here. Effectively, all my pieces are in the game, and I can play like king g1, maybe knight f4, knight e5, and f3 eventually. Actually, I should wait with knight. I should wait with my knight. Move my king to g1, play knight e5, f3, and then he's like forced to retreat. Actually, he still wouldn't be forced to retreat. I might just have to take the knight off with my bishop, I think. That's probably what's going to happen here. Objectively. Like, he can't play c5 because the bishop takes e4 and queen takes c5. Thankfully, my rook is protected on c1 by the knight on e2. There's no sort of back rank mates or... Someone said knight g5. No, knight g5 is some sort of fishing pole. It's not really what I'm looking for here. I just want to control the center. Maybe I missed something. Whoops. No, I don't think so. This is what I said, like, there's no rook c8. That'd be funny, though. That's devastating. Queen takes c8. Oops. Didn't even see that. Yeah, this is just devastating. He just lost everything. No, unhealthy. This is unhealthy for black. Oh, it's gonna get ugly. Yeah, coach. I thought knight a6 was reasonable. Now, there is a mate at f2, in case you were wondering. Knight e6 seems to be a good move. The end of the world as we know it. Not good. Yes. It's not Aldisto's finest moment. Perhaps he still has defense. We're not getting hungry. His knight is dominated. Look. Can't go anywhere. Queen. See, that's the power of the queen. Jesus, Juicebox Wizard. At least come close. I know you're in Southeast Asia, but you're gonna like panic people in other countries and stuff, man. You know, Romania had very serious earthquakes years ago, so don't start unnecessary panic, okay? It was in Albania, and it was like a long time ago. It was like, what, yesterday? Or it's not like it just happened. You're not talking about some new earthquake, right? I can't believe he's not resigning here. Damn, dude. You're down a piece in an arena. His best move is to trade queens and go into a knight down endgame. Probably. Seems like bad arena time management to play this out. Taking the fun out of chess. At least you didn't start a panic in Romania or anything. Oh, it's simply evil. Alright, h5. I'm going to play h5. Just don't pair me with Alms. A lot of strong players. The earthquake was at 30 kilometers from like Tirana, Albania. I saw that first thing in the morning when I woke up. The last time was like many years ago. They had a really bad one. But the Balkans have a tendency toward earthquakes. Juice box. How about Southeast Asia? You guys have earthquakes? Other natural disasters? Yeah, it was a significant earthquake. Bishop f4 from Zen Chess. I've never seen this before. Where's PSG Soccer Rook? We've had so much training in this variation. Night Juice Box. Isn't it like time for you to wake up or something? Isn't it morning, dude? You're off to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning? The Yubava. Bishop g4 is interesting. That seems to promote Yubava type ideas, though. Coach H, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, knight b5? Knight b5, you mean the forced draw variation? Like the computer played against me, this? I guess if white wants to draw, you know, he can memorize 20 moves. Or if he's a computer, he might even beat someone. So this, now, fun. I'm confused, Juicebox Wizard. I thought you'd be like 12 hours ahead of me or something. It's only 2? That's weird. Completely misjudged what time it should be there. We'll just try to make it as boring as possible. Queen d3. The London is so interesting. So, black has solid position. Karo Khan-like exchange variation. I think we have another player who wants to join the team. It's the Iranian team. That's our third. You do have like 100 games, I hope. Strong chess country nowadays. This is so solid for black. The weight attack. Coach H, I've heard of the Barry attack, you know. I thought the weight attack was like when he invited you to his house. Made advances or something. Not that that ever happened to me, but no, that happened with other notable chess players. Just kidding. The Barry attack I've heard of. This is exciting. The advanced variation. Alright, now what are we going to do? B5. Man, this is solid for white, admittedly. Solid for both sides. R.G. Wade had one of the largest chess libraries I ever saw. He was a perfect gentleman. But I was surprised when he invited me to his house, and I hardly knew him. That was kind of weird in itself. But you can't just suspect the worst from everyone. Most cases, they're normal. What is Black's plan here? Equalize, then play for a win. Bore Zen chess to death? Make him sorry for playing the London system. All of these and more. Queen G3 is an imminent part of his plan. Your Eminence. I wonder how Jababa's going to beat me here. The Barry attack is when you have knights on c3, knights on f3, bishop f4, and then you do bishop e2. But I thought that was specifically against the g6 type of setups. It's possible that something like this is called the Wade attack. The dude edited everything for Batsford, and probably even wrote some of his own books. I mean, probably had openings named after him. He definitely had a Wade defense. The minority attack, however. Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the YouTube guys, they like to pick trendy openings to go over. More successful that way. Looks like something Kamsky would enjoy for white. How about this? It's getting in the way of my b-pawn, but this is kind of a liability for white. Maybe not a big deal, though. He can find an answer here. Yes. That's probably best. Try to annoy him as much as physically possible. Objectively, Black should be okay here. Unless you're playing Anatoly Karpov or, I don't know, some sort of endgame wizard. Should be about equal. But I am threatening b5. He just ignored it. Now the game gets very sharp. b5, b4, queen b6. Maybe I shouldn't allow that. Let's play g6. g4 will come at significant risk for white and for black. I think g4 is riskier than g6 if we include those moves. I mean, anyway, I need to not get back rank mated. g6 is slightly less beginning than g4. If b5, b4, he would just jettison his whole queenside structure, actually. He can't play b4. I mean, that's got to be bad. So if f5, I just take. All right. Now what? b4. b4, c4. If pawn takes pawn, he has rook takes d5. Wow, this is going to get kind of sharp now. If f6, king h8. I don't need to play that right away. I can wait a move. I don't think he could do f6. Very sharp position. Quiet position became very sharp. Now the question is here. There's no real threat except taking on a6. I mean, I guess that is a real threat of sorts. I could play queen c7 first, but I guess anyway. I don't really have a choice. Oh, I could take on b2. That's a cool move. Rook takes a6, pawn takes b2. Wow. He has a perpetual. Queen e6 check, king h8, queen e5 check. Maybe that's how the game ends. Rook takes a6, pawn takes b2, queen e6 check. Crap. I could play queen takes a6, queen takes a6, pawn takes b2, queen e6 check, king g7, queen e5 check, king g8. Instead he plays rook e7. But now there's a real threat. Now there is a real threat. Queen e6 check, queen e5 would be mate. No, that's a mate now. I mean, queen e6 check, queen e5 check, queen g7 mate. I have a double threat. I think he has to take on c3. And then rook takes. And now his d4 is hanging with check. So the position looks about equal. Then again, I'm threatening to take on h3 after bc, rook takes c3, rook takes h3. I mean, he could go into a rook endgame. Maybe that's his best chance to trade queens now. No, he's playing for mate instead. Okay. We saw this. I have queen f6. He takes d5 with check. I play king h8. It's all right. Which way do we play now? Rook g3 check? Rook g3 check would be funny. But no. He just has some strong move there. Very, very tricky player. Rook g3 is a draw, but he can play king h2. No, it's a draw if he takes, maybe. But he can actually play for a win, no? This is a weird response. King g2 there. I mean, he should trade queens on f6. Oh, you like king h2? Rook g3, king h2, queen takes e5, you like that? Really? Oh, I get it. Now I have to make a draw? This is weird. Not so easy. I mean, I thought he was going to try to play rook h1, but... What's going on, guys? Rook h1. Rook h1. He actually did it. Can't believe it. You always listen to your opponent? I can't play h6 first, though. I want to play h6 first. It's funny. Oh my gosh. It's such a weird position. Mate. I'm getting mated. Rook b1. What is going on? Dude, you can't do that. How can you do that? Is there h5? Can I play for a win? I don't know. I'm just tired of this game. I might be better here somehow. I'm going to just take a draw. I'm actually better a5, but I never would have found a5. That's insane. A5 is the winning move. Anyway, whatever. We equalized. Meanwhile, Oms has 18 points. Wait till Oms gets a game. I'm not going to play him again. I'm going to avoid him. Try to get an easier opponent. Take a breather for a minute. Oh, HGG. Magyar játékos. Yeah, well, there's not that many players. There's only 20 players. It's not that strange that it takes a while to get a game. The 6 minutes is kind of a lot, though. But there are only, like, usually, like, maybe 5 or 6 people don't play much at all. So it's really, like, 15 players. And then there's, like, 7 games, and... King G2 wasn't good. I don't know. That was interesting. Minority attack. Typical. I was a little worried. Strong players, though. Alms, Audisto, Zen Chess, PSG Soccer Rook, the undefeatable Arsenal fan. Bob seemed to have left before he started his investigation. Baleful, Saeed, Asmir, Troll, Yeroon, RKT. No relation to RTK. 10-year-old, slow start. Muhammad, Uber driver. Uber driver, look out. Morwa was here for 2 games and he lost 2. Who beat Morwa? 2 games. What the? He lost to Yeroon and Alms. Wow, nice upset, Yeroon. Was it a normal game or did he like forfeit? Normal game. Yeroon must have been white. No. Yeah, okay, it was a Dutch. Wow. Nice mate, Yeroon. Yeah, he's probably not really good against the Dutch. Well, bird's opening. He didn't know how to handle that. Bone atrophy is in 3rd place. Alright. Did Audisto leave? He lost 2 games. Zen Chess starting late. Bone atrophy is from Greece? Really? Are you really from Greece or you just have a VPN set for Greece? You don't have to have a VPN, right? You can just write in whatever country you want. I forgot that like lichess doesn't actually track your location. I mean, it just doesn't automatically look where you are and put your flag next to your name like some chess sites do that. We've had a bunch of players from Greece on the stream, but I can't keep track. Jim is the main one. We just sort of have a number of players from Greece. 23 players, 23 minutes left, excuse me. No, with a name like Bone Atrophy, I don't know. It sounds like something an English speaker would... I don't know what a Greek player's name is supposed to sound like, but... George Alexopoulos. Alexopoulos Georgios. Blubix, you were here before. Acerbate. Yes. No more B6. Refuting B6. Acerbate's first draw could be today. Winning is definite. Definitely a possibility. Acerbate has beaten me before. Acerbate is outside his box again in the opening. That is a crazy move. Knight e4. The vulture. Vulturizing me. I love this. It's not a little premature? Slightly premature. Seven games, 3 draws. Solid. Sounds like one of my closed tournaments. Actually, that's a low draw percentage for me. Now F5, obviously. Acerbate, you're coming up with some interesting opening ideas today. Very inventive play in the opening from Acerbate. Are you sure it's really you playing? We better get Jim on the investigation. I mean, Bob. The Benko Gambit and now a weird sort of Chigorin. Completely outside of Acerbate's normal opening repertoire. Acerbate has like his uncle visiting from out of town who has a completely different opening repertoire. That's interesting. Your Chigorin playing uncle. In from out of town. This totally makes sense for black now. Totally paranoid. Damn it. This is weird. I don't know. Acerbate in 6 seconds. Creates a new system. Make a mistake. He did not want to make a mistake. Dude, you're like a genius. Acerbate 1681, but he plays some amazing moves. This is a little over the top, dude. Maybe it's actually good. If Queen A3, it's good. So I have to play Queen A4. The mark of a real genius is someone who tends to go too far. I don't know, I just made that up. Sounds kind of cool. Angry anti-EU sentiment. Why do you think Hungary's still in the EU, T-Dark? Yeah, it's really rich. It's the same in Hungary. Everyone's extremely rich here. The average income is probably around $15,000 a year. But you did probably donate a lot of money to some random politicians. The people don't actually get that money, dude. You know that, right? Maybe a small fraction of it goes to infrastructure and constructing some projects, but Acerbate, similar to last game, he sort of melted down. That's a rook. Dude, you playing the opening like a genius, though. I think if you just don't go crazy with C6, you've actually invented something good. I mean, knight A5, you went over the top. Just recapture. And black has a totally valid position. Look at this. Just recapture, man. E takes D5. And it's playable. Really creative opening. You know, you made it work. Steam Express, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably less. 15,000 was a high estimate. Stream Express. I called him Steam Express. $1,000 a month is like $12,000 a year. That's probably very realistic. And in many cases, much less. And I'm talking about like the middle class. You know, like the really Peter. So, but seriously, you don't want countries like Greece and Hungary to leave the EU and join the dark side. It's probably better to keep the money going in than to let Putin take over. Just my opinion. I'd probably leave here if Hungary leaves the EU. Could happen, though. Certainly could happen in Greece. Saeed, 2100 again. Astrobate, you've got a natural talent for openings, dude. Seriously. But you probably can't expect to play like 20 moves in 30 seconds against the title player and not make a mistake, you know? You need to take your time. Against anybody, for that matter. It doesn't really matter if I'm 2400 or if I'm T-Dark. See you later. We've had a lot of training in this variation, actually. So that's good. Lots of practice in this particular system. This is rather unusual what I'm doing here with b5, a6 early. Mule Skinner, we have several players in chess, another one among them. Played the exact same system many times already. I had virtually the same game last couple weeks ago. Lost to Mule Skinner. Chess 960. I'm even worse at the openings. Chess 960. Anonymous. Guys, thank you for supporting the stream. Merle Dixon, WJ Loof, Ludwig, heel turn this week. Let's get some donations. We've got Wednesday, Weird Wednesday tomorrow. Unusual opening stream in the morning. Said with a good move. King h1. Sidestepping bishop d4 checks in some variations. That's a good classic setup for white, what he's doing here. My idea is that if white plays f5, I'll take in some lines. I'm not sure if it's always good. It may not be good in this position. There's some sick pawn sacks like f5, gf, knight h4. Probably in this exact position, if he plays f5, I have to think about not taking because knight h4 might be a really strong answer. Said with rook b1. That might be a good move. I mean, sort of compromising, getting off the long diagonal, play on the queen side. Knight h6 is an interesting idea for black. Then f5. He can take on h6, and then play knight h4 anyway. It's kind of funny. Knight f6 makes e5 stronger. That's the problem. It's a serious issue. This rook b1 is a subtle move. That's smart. Maybe I should just play b4. Don't overthink it. You know, I'm overthinking this position. That way, it doesn't have any b4. His rook doesn't enter play quite as powerfully. Knight d5 isn't so good. That's the basis of this move. Now he can't play this move. It's not great. So, buys me a little bit of time. Time is money. Still, it's not easy, but knight f6 or knight h6 is the question that we have to answer. This is non-standard what I'm doing. I mean, it's normal to castle king side. It's not normal to castle queen side or not castle in the closed Sicilian so much. Maybe knight f6 is good. Just a natural developing move. If e5, I can just play like knight d5. I hope. Hope chess. e5, knight d5, pawn takes d6, queen takes d6. Should be okay. We always got to watch out for e6. That's Mule Skinner's favorite move. You got like e5, knight d5, knight g5. Things look dangerous for black. Already, actually. e5, bishop takes f3 doesn't work because he has pawn takes f6 in between move. No, e5 looks really interesting. A lot of players might not want to play that, but I mean, it does open my diagonal. e5, knight d5, knight g5, e6. There's a big hole on d6. He's headed right for it. It looks bad for black. I might have to play knight c7 there. Just sort of hanging on by a thread. e5, knight d5, knight g5, knight c7. Barely keeping it together by holding the e6 square. I think. Looks okay. Guys, we're running out of time. I can't believe the tournament's almost over. It's been hard for people to get points because there's not that many players in the tournament. I know Oms had to wait like 6 minutes for a pairing earlier. What happened between Oms and Zen Chess? Draw? Alda still must have left. Anonymous said I can win or draw 2300 opponent if I manage to randomly pick good moves in the opening. I'm still in the lead by 1 point. Knight d5, just keeping the position. Now he's got knight c4. Wow. Kind of difficult to come up with a good answer for that. Knight c4 is going to threaten forks and stuff. He's adapting pretty well. e5. Man, this is a problem. Sacrifice a piece? No. No, we're not going to sacrifice a piece. Castle. And he just starts attacking me. There's really nothing I can do except somehow just kind of maintain the position and wait. I don't know. I don't like the look of this. Knight a6. Excuse me, rook a6. Might be a defensive idea. Defensive indifference. f5 was not what I was thinking. So you got a completely different idea. Wow. Crazy. Typical move for this opening. I was looking the other way though. Tricked me. He tricked me. He's just waiting. Now e5 is still strong. Bishop h6. Getting kind of desperate. It's a very positional game by white. What if I take? It's horrible. That's enough. Enough is enough. I'm playing rook g8. Plan is simple. Take on f5 and retreat my bishop back to f8 or something. Use the g file. Or induce him to play pawn takes pawn. Highly suspicious position for black. But this is going to be our last game, it looks like. Can't believe 2 hours is up already. Now maybe I'm really going to castle queenside. Threatening knight c4, white. So he's just pretending like everything's normal. It's a normal Grand Prix attack. Strange. It's just a completely normal Grand Prix attack. Unstoppable force. I like how he played this, as if my king is there. Has this guy beaten any other strong players? Because I feel like I'm going to lose. Last time he sort of melted down real weird. Do you guys remember that? He just started disintegrating. So far his moves have been very consistent. Very positional. He doesn't seem to care where my king is. He's just doing the same thing. As if I had castle king side. I thought he was adjusting when he played rook b1, but that was his only queenside move. I like white here. Troll in a row didn't like you berserking, I guess. Maybe I can sacrifice a piece on e4 now. White's time. Is he a bullet player? He's lower in bullet. He's not as strong in bullet. Most younger players are stronger in bullet. But sometimes just internet connection. Maybe he doesn't have a fast connection. Looks like he's taking my h7 pawn. Weird. Weirdly strong. It's just very methodical. Step by step. See that? It's just one step at a time. e6, knight takes d6, bishop takes d6, rook takes f6. It's queer. Something queer about this position. Alright. For my next trick, I guess I'll move my king. Maybe. So it's not a check. I'll just keep eating pawns. Check out this game. Actually, he beat me once before. I don't remember how that was. I lost a piece. I just hung a piece. Something very systematic about White's game. It's almost too systematic. Do you know what I mean, man? Yeah. You know what I mean. Arms is gonna pass me. But he's not good at bullet, so maybe we can beat him in the bullet stage. If he has to make instant moves, he'll hang something. Like, you know that type. Got 1,000 bullet games, 1,900. Now A3. Sort of surprised. White's position very very systematic. Now knight H7 or something. He just missed knight F7. I'm basically in Zugzwang. Because I've been in Zugzwang for a while. He knew that I was going to play that move before I even played it with a positional pawn sack. Wow. That's impressive. Just look at these moves. Extremely strong. Just totaled. Like totally crushed like a dog. He missed another one move tactic. Probably it would be better if I let him do the one move tactic. I feel like my chances, yeah, would be better there. He hung his rook. What? Tournament's over anyway, so basically spoiled it. Didn't take my rook. Now he's turning into a bullet player. Dude, the tournament's over. You destroyed me already. Doesn't matter. Oms was like complaining he didn't get 8 pairings for 6 minutes before. Was he 10-0? He's just 2086 and 2050 in Blitz. Dude, Om's 10-0. No, you had some draws. Alright. Zen Chess, Baleful, and me, I forgot. You drew with Baleful. Nice upset draw for Baleful. Oms, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. I only managed to get 8. Damn. My games are too long. He wins another tournament. My performance rating was somehow higher because I didn't lose that last game. I should have lost to Saeed. Played like a perfect game till he hung a rook. Anyway, it wouldn't have mattered for the standings. The game was over. I mean, the tournament was over. Saeed wouldn't have gotten any points, even if he beat me. Impressive again. Bone Atrophy with 15. Aldisto only with 13. Blobix late. I should not have avoided the second game against you. At that time, I was ahead, right? I was a point ahead. But you're probably right. In retrospect, I mean, it looks like it was a bad decision. But I just had a really long game, and I wanted to take like a few seconds to collect myself. I thought I would get an easy opponent. Just, you know, sometimes it's just random. I could have played Asterbait in that game. I did get paired with Asterbait again. I was lucky. I had some lower rated players too. So that last what was it? The draw was Zen Chess. Devastated me. Because he broke my streak. It broke my streak starter, actually. That really hurts. Wait, I had 2. Why did I get a 2? Actually, no. Yeah, the draw. Draw with Zen Chess hurt me pretty bad. Anyway, that's it, guys. Congratulations to Alms for winning a turn. We had 23 players. Top 10, Alms, Sparkle Horse, Bone Atrophy, Aldisto, Blobik, Zen Chess, Mirror Particle. Mirror Particle with a good result. He only lost one game. PSG Sakarook. Arsenal fan, perfect. Let's start an investigation into Arsenal fan. Highly suspicious performance. Saeed played really well against me in the last game. I was just crushed strategically. Yet another problem with that variation. That's the second time I've basically had a lost position in the last 2 games. So I think we have a problem there. I have to take another look at that. Alright, guys. We're going to be back. Mr. Coffee, I'm glad you just showed up. I hope that Hungary stays in the... Well, they're not planning on leaving yet, but I'm sure, I'm sure there are countries that... well, if I did move, I would still continue my stream. I don't know where I would go, though. I don't have anywhere to live in the United States anymore, so... Running out of places to live. Basically. Maybe I'll move to Romania or something. No, I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to that. We'll get to that point if we have to. But hopefully not. Hopefully nobody's leaving the EU. Hopefully not even the UK, but we'll see. Mr. Coffee, yuck. 3 hours of meetings. Sounds fun. So tomorrow we're doing Weird Wednesday, unusual opening stream. I'm going to be playing Blitz and Rapid Chess with viewers. Playing weird stuff, gambits, whatever we can think of. It's fun. That'll be our second one. Back to the Weird Wednesday stream. So I'm streaming 6 days a week as opposed to the previous 5 in the summer. So if you guys are around in the late morning, midday tomorrow, EU time, European time, check it out. I will see you guys then. Thanks everybody for playing. Congratulations to Alms with another dominating performance. And I'll see you guys this week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. We love you. Peace.